Hi everyone, welcome to Live Chat
Hello.
Tuesday number 28 with my guest, Miss Connie of Just Another Stitch.
Hello, everyone.
I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. Let's see. I don't even know what to say. I don't feel too good, guys, so I'm trying to get better.
Yeah, I hope you feel
Um,
better.
I do too. I do too. Thank you. Nisi was here and she goes, "Oh, good. I have an hour to do chores," laughing out loud. Hi, Nisi.
Hey,
Welcome in.
Nisi. So, did you hear the screen door opening when Frank just came in?
Yeah.
And that door is so loud. Like sometimes you don't know how much of the background noises y'all can
Hmm.
hear.
Yeah. Uh, I'm not like sick. I'm kind of sick to my stomach. Um, I think it's all the drainage I had this morning draining down my throat. So, yeah. Other than that, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's that time of the year with all the weather changes.
Hmm.
Because I know even like me, I feel kind of wheezy today. I'm like, I'm over there going, I hope I don't start coughing while I'm live, or at least not that bad.
Yeah. So, how are you doing, Nisi?
Yeah, now my cats are getting into stuff in the background.
Speaking about cats, this morning when I woke up, Tom comes up and on the side of his left side of his face, the hair is like all matted, and
Oh,
he must have gotten a fight, which
oh,
he's
poor
fixed. He
Tom.
shouldn't be fighting. But I have a question. Do you think Caron soft yarn would be okay to use for amigurumi? Probably. I mean, like, if you crochet tight enough, because I know it does, Caron yarn sometimes splits. If you crochet tight enough, I think that would be fine. Hey, Margaret, welcome in.
Hey, Margaret.
I'm wanting to make Z a teddy bear for Christmas, but it has to be soft. He doesn't like Red Heart's Super Saver yarn. Oh, okay. Um, Now the mainstays, Walmart's yarn. The acrylic is pretty soft. Um, it's a lot softer than Red Heart, and it actually has a lot more yardage, and it's cheaper. It has. Let me get one. It has 397 yards, and it was under $2, I believe. So you get more yardage for less money, and it's a lot softer than Red Heart. And that's just the mainstays acrylic yarn. Hey, Huga Homestead, welcome in.
Hey, Huga. Yeah, red heart tends to be very stiff. Now, one thing I recently found out about, and I've never heard of anyone doing this before, where you block the yarn before you use it, and it's supposed to soften it up.
Hmm.
One of my testers did that because she couldn't. That was the only brand of yarn. Well, actually, she used Mainstay instead of Red Horde, but
Yeah.
it was the only brand of yarn she could find for the colors she needed. So to soften it up some, she blocked it first.
I have never heard of anybody blocking things
Me either.
before using it, so that'd be interesting.
Me
Hi,
either.
Marshally. Welcome in.
Hey, Marshalline.
Soft cotton yarn. Um, I'm not very familiar with all the yarns that are out there. Uh, I have heard good things about the 8-4 cotton from Hobie, so, but I really don't. I don't know what to tell you on the soft cotton yarns. I've used Lion Brand Re-Up. I've used I love this cotton. That's pretty good cotton from Hobby Lobby.
I'm trying to think of one cotton that I loved, but I can't think of the name of it.
I
It was
use
a
more acrylic than anything, so I'm
Me too. But this was one that I made a shawl on, and I love the colors. It was a cake yarn. It's more than likely it was probably a Lion brand,
mm,
but I can't think of it offhand what brand. Okay, Nisi, blocking what that is? You're steaming the yarn. Like
if
if you
it's
have a
acrylic.
yeah, with acrylic, you're steaming it. And basically, like if you have a steamer, you can use that, or you can use the steam on your iron, but don't let the iron hit the yarn.
Yeah, it'll melt.
But typically, like if it's not acrylic, usually when you're blocking, you're basically wetting your project, and you pin it to like cordboard or blocking mats, and you let it
We're an
dry.
ironing board.
And it makes like especially in knitting, it makes like the lace and knitting pop, and it also helps like if you have like curled edges and stuff like that.
It'll relax it. Mm. Yeah, I got the hiccups, guys, so
Crystal's having a day today.
I woke up in a terrible way, but I'm getting better.
I know like sometimes like I'll wake up with a sore throat when I first get up, and then it'll go away. And I find it tends to happen more if I get cold in my sleep.
Yeah. Now, you were saying block the yarn before you use it. I wonder how somebody would go about doing that. I mean, do you just unwind it and then place it somewhere and then,
I was
tap
wondering
the
the same thing. But this is one of my new testers. It's Linda with Maryland. Was it Maryland Cotton Company?
Yeah.
This was the first time she tested one of my patterns, and she actually did a little video. That's
Yeah, I
when she
had
was
seen that.
talking. She was talking about blocking the yarn, and I'm like, I've never heard of anyone doing that before. But like she had a couple of notes that she plans to send me on my pattern. So like whenever I hear back from her, I may ask her, like, how do you block your
Yeah. true, Marshall. I am thankful for waking up. I hope I feel better too. Thank you. All right, Connie, you want to go ahead and ask the first question?
All right. This is one that, like, I don't know. I'm not as much into the whole zombie thing. So, but what's your survival plan during a zombie apocalypse? Apocalypse. Yeah. Well, if I'm not hiding under the bed, I'd probably be guarding my yarn stash and let the biscuit guard off the zombies. Let the biscuit do all the work. He'll protect me. How about you, Crystal?
I would be boarding up the house, um, and have weapons stashed everywhere. I guess just in case I'm in one part of the house and it comes in that way. Or build an underground bunker. I think that would be more protective. They would have to climb under the ground. I watch The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and World Beyond. So I do like the shows, but if an actual zombie apocalypse was to happen, I don't know if I could or would be prepared enough to
I don't think
to
you
do
really would
anything.
be. I mean, like, if they really came after us like that, I mean, it's just a matter of time before they would hunt you down. And but the only zombie thing that I really got into was the game Plants vs Zombies. I love that game.
Now I do like the video games Resident Evil. That's like zombie related, and then it kind of branched out, and it's like not zombie anymore. It's like all different, kind of monsters, and which that's always been a part of it, like mutated people, and but it's 4 and 6 were my favorite out of the series of games.
Yeah,
And
I
Marsha
actually
Lady wants to be on one of your shout out videos.
I just wrote you down, Marshally. So I have you down for my video. Hopefully I get it done Thursday. I have to get an ultrasound done on my legs, so hopefully that doesn't interfere too much with me getting the video done. If not, it may be a few days late.
I got a question for y'all. Have y'all ever seen of a red jalapeno?
Actually, yes, I have.
I have not. In the jalapeno plant we have, I left the green one there for so long it started to turn red. And I'm like, it's turning red? I didn't know jalapenos could turn red. So I looked it up, and there actually, it says if the jalapeno is left on the plant, they turn red and they're hotter, plus they're sweeter than a green jalapeno. And I did not know that. So I was like, wow.
And then there's a certain pepper that's shaped in a very unusual shape, which I can't really say what it's shaped as, but I grew that type one time and had gotten a few growing before my plants kicked the bucket.
Hi, Matt. Welcome in.
Hi, Matt. Yeah, that was the thing with me. Like when I tried gardening, like I would start off doing good, but then
Mhm.
like weeds would start to take over and I could never keep up with the weeds.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the best drainage. No matter what we did, it would seem like it would rain and like I couldn't get in my garden. to weed it, and then the weeds. And I mean, I put mulch down, I put newspaper down,
Mm.
and the weeds still.
Come through. We've done that same thing with the small garden area we have in the backyard. We've put in plastic bags. We've put in newspaper at different times. We have put in um, pulled up all the weeds, and they still come back.
And then like whenever it starts to get too hot, then I don't get outside enough to water. Because me and the heat do not get along.
Yeah.
And
We
even
try to water that new garden every day. But if you think about it, there's 6 rows that's 100 feet long. So that's like technically 600 feet worth of garden to water. That's a lot.
And like one thing too, like in the morning when we open the front door for Sophie to look out the screen door, like I can't handle the door being open too wide because that sunlight, like my eyes are just too sensitive.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. When you're not able to fall asleep, what do you do? Me, I just sit and watch TV until eventually I get tired.
For me, I either watch YouTube videos or I play one of my games on my phone, which actually stuff like that actually sometimes makes you stay up later because they say it's
Yeah.
not good to do that like right before bed.
Nisi's sport weight is a 2-weight yarn, I believe. Because lace weight is a 0. A super fine is a 1 or a fine weight yarn. And then a sport is a 2. A lightweight 3 is, a 3. And then worsted is 4. I believe anyway. I mean, I could be wrong. But I think that's what it is. You're welcome. So, what is everybody working on at the moment?
For me, yesterday I finished up my breast cancer awareness pumpkin, which I don't know, I didn't do the best job on it, but I made it. um, it's really my first time that I really truly did amigurumi, and I've never made a pumpkin like that before either. So
It was my first time making a pumpkin like that too. So,
and today I want to start on designing a new knitted beanie. I have an idea in mind. I got to play with it, try to figure out the the graph for it.
yeah.
So
Isla's here. Hi, Isla.
hey
She says, hello,
Isla,
everybody. I'll be making lunch and listening.
ooh, what's for lunch? I might come over.
Nisi says, I'm all done. I got the doll done yesterday. Isla says, I am weaving. I'm studying Navajo rug making. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And Nisi says, I love making pumpkins.
And like one thing too that I did on my pumpkin, which I don't know, maybe it made a little difference too. Like I didn't have any of the polyfill, so I used scrap yarn to stuff it.
That works. This pillow, I saved all my scraps of yarn, and that's what this is stuck with. Ends of yarn. That's it. There might even be a couple of projects that I said, nope, I am not doing this. I don't like this yarn. So I cut it and put it in my scrap yarn bag. And I'm already getting a whole bunch of little scraps from the dragons. I have a big old ball like this of ends that I've cut up with making these dragons. Yes, it is smart. It works too. So
Yeah, because I've heard other people do that too. So
Teensy said, aha, the two BFFs, right again. Yep, twice a month, once on my channel, once on her channel. Oh, my stomach. All right, you want to go ahead and ask another question?
all right, what was your first concert? And the funny thing is that like I really truly have never gone to like a real concert. The closest was whenever I was stationed in Great Lakes, Illinois.
Mm.
Like I think it was the 4th of July. They had Earth, Wind, and Fire come play on bass.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's like the closest. But like I would love to see like Reba McEntire or Garth Brooks in concert. And I always said like if like back when I was in the Navy, I always said that if Reba McEntire came to concert, played in concert, I would go to it. And the sad thing is, one time she was in Mississippi in Biloxi when I was stationed there, but I didn't go. I didn't get to go, and I'm like, but yeah. So how about you, Crystal?
I've been to one, um, and it was an actual real concert. It was, I believe, in it was Austin or around Austin, and I got to see Eminem in concert, and I think that was 2005 or 2006, somewhere around there. Um, and that's the only concert I've ever been to, but I had so much fun. I took one of my friends with me. It was the person that was originally going to go with me ended up canceling. They couldn't go. So one of my friends, I asked her if she wanted to go, and it was like 2 nights before we were supposed to go, and she's like, "Let me ask and see if I can." And she got to go, so we had a blast. Teensy says Black Oak, Arkansas. Isla says I have gone to park concerts, really small local bands. Teensy has seen Diana Ross, Beatles, Alice Cooper, and the Eagles. Wow. I would have loved to see Diana Ross. And then the children happened, fun stopped.
But yeah, I want to say the time that Reba McEntire had gone to Mississippi. It may have been the same weekend that one of my friends was having her wedding, and I was trying to see if I could, get home to go to her wedding. which
Yeah.
unfortunately didn't end up happening because I think like her wedding was like later in the day on a Sunday, and it was just like too difficult getting back on base on time.
Teensy says she was awesome. Diana Ross, 12 changes of clothes. That's a
Wow.
lot.
And I want to know how like they can change their clothes so quickly like they do.
They probably have people helping them.
Because like, I get like sometimes you may have layers on, but then sometimes they have hardly anything on, so it's like how could that be under that layer?
I watched a movie one time. It was kind of like a documentary slash movie about the Temptations. I thought that was kind of interesting, and it had the bands in the doo-wop era, like Diana Ross, and how they started out, and it was really interesting. I never knew all of that happened about the Temptations. Um, like different band members left and then came back and all that, and then at one time there was two different Temptation bands, and but it was interesting. There's only one guy still alive from the original Temptations. Have you seen the movie The Starling? No, I don't think I have.
Is that about Diana Ross or the Temptations? I mean,
I have no idea.
oh no.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, mom.
She goes, hello, daughters.
I'm adopted.
Did the roof guy ever get here? She's having somebody come work on her roof. I guess not, since there's no noise. Okay. No, it's got Melissa McCarthy in it. It's a drama.
And like when it comes to Melissa McCarthy, like there's a level where she is funny. Don't get me wrong, but I
Hmm.
find she kind of gets stereotyped with playing the same type of parts, where she's typically like very foul mouthed. And like I don't care when they do that, like them doing that with her
Yeah.
characters, or
Hey, Gail, welcome in.
hey Gail.
No, he just called. He will be here at 1. Okay. All right. So the next question I got for y'all: what is your favorite thing you own? For
Hmm.
me, I have had it's either porcelain or ceramic. I'm really not sure. It's a cat that's white, and I've had it ever since I was little. And
Hmm.
it stands like that tall and it's like that wide. It's one of the most things I have kept from my childhood.
I don't even know. I mean, like, I got a lot of things that I really like, but I'm trying to think of something that's like really my favorite. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Um, I really can't think of anything offhand, Crystal. I mean, like I know, like I like my seraphim angels and like my dreamsicle angels that I have,
Mhm.
and I like some of my kitchen appliances, like my air fryer, my Instapot. um, but yeah, that's all that's coming to my mind right now.
Mom, you're saying hi to Miguel. I don't think Miguel's in here right now.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, but he tends to pop up often.
Yeah. Um, Huga Homestead says, I catch up on YouTube videos when I can't sleep. Eastel says, my spinning wheel. And Huga Homestead also says, thank you for the breast cancer awareness pumpkin. I'm a survivor. That is awesome.
Yes.
And Laura Lee's here. Hi, Laura Lee.
Hey,
Welcome in.
Lorely.
Gail says, I have an angel topper that is 57 years old. That is amazing.
That is cool.
Tsitsi says, my grandmother's granny square blanket. It's over 100 years old. It reminds me of her, or my salt and pepper shakers. Well, and children, I kind of like them. Well, that is interesting. 100-year-old blanket. You must have it like somewhere where it's protected, because I would think 100 years of use would wear it out pretty quick. My mom says, okay, something I own and grateful for is my RV, and something I do not own is my children. I've also been sipping on a little bit of ginger ale, trying to settle my stomach. The Homestead's been to a Journey concert. Well, that's
Nice.
cool.
Yeah,
I know that was one of my mom's favorite bands.
I think they're behind on the line.
Yeah, they are, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yep, it's in a closed container protected from light. I posted pic on my Instagram, but my name is different on there. Okay. Well, you'll have to send me your Instagram name so I can follow you over there. I know what you meant, Mom. Yeah, she spelled it children, but I knew what you meant. She says, I think she means Josh Groban was the best concert I have been to. Oh, Journey was he's not my father, he's my biological father. Um, it was his favorite band. Okay. Well, I remember you listening to them, so yeah, they meant Josh. I'd really like to see Breaking Benjamin in concert and Backstreet Boys. I think that would be cool
Yes.
because
Backstreet
they are
Boys.
still together after almost 30 years. And I remember one time my grandfather saying, "Oh, the music you listen to today, watch in 20 years they won't even be around. Backstreet Boys hung around." I thought that was really interesting. They're still making music to this day.
Hmm.
So I think it would be cool to see them in concert. My mom says another typo, your. I cannot type today. Sometimes her screen messes up on her phone. Some of these smaller outdoor concerts are the best. I remember when I was little, we went to something kind of like Grand Ole Opry, where you would sit and listen to music, but it was like it was not Grand Ole Opry, but it was something similar like that. And you could, I think our trash guys just pulled up. Um, Garth Brooks was great. I don't know what she's saying. Just chilling. Is it?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like she started with like a Cajun word,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure what Teensy's meaning.
Oh, you hear his truck? Well, I saw something go by. Oh, okay. That's her Instagram name.
Oh, okay.
I get you now, Teensy. EAUX.
And I'm pretty sure me and Teensy are friends on Instagram, and I probably should know it, but like I don't use Instagram like really a whole lot.
I check it at least once a day.
Like usually, like I'll post some stuff to do with my channel. Like usually my lives, I'll post
Mm.
on there, or like sometimes finished projects. But I don't know. I've never really gotten into Instagram. I prefer Facebook.
Yeah. I just get on Instagram, look around a little bit, and then that's it. I do that once a day, maybe twice a day, like once in the morning, once at night before I go to bed. Sometimes. If I don't have much to do and I'm just wanting to surf online, then I'll go through YouTube and then I'll do Instagram, check my Facebook, and um, what other site do I check? Whatever else. I like Facebook, also Instagram. I just look at stuff others do. Yeah, that's what I do, and I give hearts and on everybody's posts.
But
You want
yeah,
to
so
ask
do you really?
another question?
It's my turn.
I guess I lost track. It
So okay.
don't matter.
I have two questions left on my list.
I do too. So
Do you feel that you're young at heart or an old soul? I would say young at heart because I like that. I like to try to have fun and stuff. Granted, though, like sometimes it really feels like it was just yesterday that I was like in my 20s, and sometimes it's like I miss those times.
mm,
N- Yeah, now I'm starting to get old, and I feel it too. That's a bad thing. How about you,
I
Crystal?
do too. Um, in my head and in my heart, I feel young at heart. And physically, no, I don't feel that young anymore. I'm only 35, but I have a lot of physical problems. And I notice as the weather changes, my joints and everything are hurting more. So I think I have arthritis setting in. But I already know I have osteoarthritis in my lower back. So, uh,
Yeah, I know I have arthritis in my lower back.
mm, I
And
would guess so, Mom. Because if you pronounce like uh, Mama's maiden name, then it sounds like Gaux, not an O sound.
because EAUX, like, it's usually is more like an O sound, like Boudreaux, Thibodeau.
Yeah. Oh, she's saying Gaux. Sound, not an O sound, means great. G sound. Okay. So it kind of, EAUX is like you're saying go. Go. Isla says, I like to think I am young at heart.
Oh, and another thing too that makes me, well, at least my legs hurt, because my cardiologist says I have some form of venous insufficiency in my legs, which is
Mm,
why I have to have an ultrasound done Thursday.
yeah.
But I mean, like, mine isn't like the level Frank's is at. Frank's legs are bad.
Lorley says, I feel like an old soul anymore. Maybe because I don't get out much, and with chronic pain for over 30 years, it has aged me. I can understand that. Teensy says God and then Shaw. Huga Home said, sounds like a risk for DVT. I don't know what DVT is.
I've heard it. I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm looking it up.
Okay,
Deep
how it's
vein,
said.
deep vein thrombosis.
Do
Yeah,
what?
deep vein thrombosis.
Uh,
Because there are times that like my feet will get like the top of my foot. I'll get like this like cramping in it.
mm, blood clotting legs.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like Frank, the cardiologist thinks he has a blood clot in his leg, and then what's bad is he's supposed to have a surgery on the 18th, but they're
Mm-hmm.
having some trouble with the insurance company, the insurance. So we don't know
Uh-huh.
what's going to happen with that. And then, like, Frank was going to go to his uncle's house, try to see if he could go to his uncle's house. But his uncle is going to be out of town that week. So we're kind of like trying to figure out what we're going to do with getting him there and everything. So I don't know. It may get rescheduled. We don't know yet.
Well, I hope it all gets worked out.
and he really doesn't want to drive because the last time he ended up getting a flat tire
I
on his way
remember that.
home.
Um, my mom says blood clots can cause a stroke like I had. Um, Teensy says I'm too old to even remember young or how it feels though in my head. I'm 30 till I pass a mirror, them screams happen. And then my mom's telling Hugo, massage your calves every day. Yeah, my mom says, I was super young at heart and felt like I was still 20 until the stroke. My mom found you and followed you on Instagram, Teensy. And she says, I am the world's worst at checking Facebook and Instagram. Okay, here's an interesting question.
Uh-oh.
What is the first movie that you can remember seeing in theaters?
Ooh.
I think I was about 10 and we lived in Beeville and I think I went with my grandma and my grandpa, or maybe it was just my grandmother. I can't remember. But we went and watched Down Periscope with Kelsey Grammer in it. That is the first one I remember seeing in theaters. And I watched it, I think, last year just because I couldn't remember it. And it was okay. Um, but there might have been one that I had seen before that, but I was so young, I can't remember. That's the very first one that I remember going to. How about you, Connie?
For me, now my very first movie was Where the Red Fern Grows, but I was too young. I don't remember that. It would probably be like either like Star Wars or E.T. And another like earlier movie I remember was Joe and the Volcano. That one I know I saw at the Dollar Movie because like we live like the street we lived on, like not that far away, kind of like the next street over, connected to a little shopping center, and they had
Mhm.
a movie theater, which typically, you know, it mostly got the movies that didn't do as well, but like you could go to the movies for $1. So I know like me and one of my friends, we were always going to the Dollar Movie, and then finally it shut down.
uh, it was a Spanish movie, Mexican, I think. Mama took me. I was about 8, and my mom saying that the medication caused her stroke. It was penicillin VK.
Oh, Firestarter's another movie I remember seeing at a pretty early age.
That one was good. My mom cannot remember. It's been too long to
Yeah,
remember the first movie she saw.
it's kind of a blur. It's like I kind of remember some of the movies I saw like at an early age, but I couldn't tell you which one I saw first.
Laura says my aunt took all six of us kids to a Walt Disney movie. I'm not sure which one. Teensy says Old Yeller, Where the Red Fern Grows is a tearjerker, and the book was even sad. Hi, Daigo. Welcome in.
Hey, Daigo. Hey, Daigo, have you decided when you're rescheduling your live?
I don't know if anyone knows who Canton Fly. I don't even know how to pronounce
Canton
that.
Floss? I don't know.
Um, no, I do not know. Um, Huga Homestead says we snuck in. One kid opened the back door and we all snuck in.
Frank would bribe the guy with sandwiches.
Uh,
His grandmother owned a restaurant,
mm-hmm.
and he would get a sandwich from his grandma's restaurant, bring it to the guy at the movie theaters, and the guy just let him in.
Morley says I loved Where the Red Fern Grows and Old Yeller. I read a lot growing up. Daigo says, I'm not sure if I will. I need to do a video as I have an announcement to make.
Hopefully, it's good news, Daigo.
Yeah, I hope so. If it's not, I'm sorry for whatever it may be.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna look up Canton Falls, or however you say it.
Well, Daigo knows who it is.
It looks like was a Mexican comedian, actor, and filmmaker.
Ah,
Yeah.
I just heard somebody's brake squeaking.
You always like here. There's always background noises because you'll hear like the business like right across the street from us.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll make noise, and then sometimes you'll hear there's like a mechanic shop right at the front of the street. And like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes whenever they're, I guess, testing the vehicles, you'll hear like the loud noise of the vehicles going down the street.
It was our mail lady. She just passed. She's got squeaky brakes. Hey, Brenda, welcome in.
Hey, Brenda. And not just that, you'll hear like the cats in the background. Sometimes my phone, the coffee pot.
Yeah. If I disappear, it's because the roof guy's here. That rhymed. Well, I'm only going to be live about 8 more minutes anyway, guys. So, um, you won't miss much, Mom. My son's dog was barking through my video yesterday. He is so annoying. He's going home Friday. Yeah, if I'm ever outside, we got dogs on both sides of us. So there's 4 at one house and 2 at the other house next to us. So if they're all outside, you hear barking all the time. Well, actually, the one that has 4 dogs, they stay outside all the time. So you're constantly hearing barking at some point,
And I know
even
like
in the middle of the night.
sometimes when I'm filming, Sophie will get like right there, like kind of like right by the camera viewfinder. And the thing is, like she'll keep moving around, and it's distracting. And it's like I can't concentrate when she does it. Like if she would just lay down, I'd be
Mhm.
following, but I'm just like, okay, go away, Sophie, go away.
She wants to be where you are. She wants to help you do whatever you're doing.
And then like if I try to hold her to let her be, on the video, she won't, she won't stay still. She don't want to stay. So it's like,
Mm.
come on, cat, make up your mind what you want.
And my mom says the garden took a hard hit with the two windy storms we had. Yeah, my peas, they're they're actually starting to come back out. They were like about 3 inches, and then something ate them, and they got down to about an inch, and they're actually starting to come back out. So I'm very happy. I was so heartbroken whenever I found out my peas had been ate almost all the way to the ground. And on the beginning of the outside row on my row, I have peas, and then on the other half, I have broccoli. And then on my second row, I have cucumber and then eggplant. Out of 30 seeds, it might have been 40, I had four eggplant or five little eggplants sprout. That's it. I'm like, so half of them, more than half of them did not come up. So like I said, hope it's a good thing. I'm changing my channel fundraiser. It's now going to be hashtag Friends in Need fundraiser, not for me. Okay. Not, but found a cute gnome towel topper. Do you want to ask the last question and then we'll wrap it up?
Okay. Are you a superstitious person? Like, not there's a little bit, but not like too extreme per se.
Mm-hmm.
There was like this one time, and y'all gonna laugh at me for this. Okay, like my car broke down, and I left it overnight in a grocery store parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back the next day to find a brick through the passenger door window. And like the clothes that I was wearing when this happened, like I I didn't like wearing that shirt and pair of shorts because it reminded me of this happening. And like I was scared like something like, something bad would happen again. And like I avoided like wearing that outfit for like the longest time. But then there are certain things where I can get kind of like paranoid about. It's not really like a superstition thing. Where like I don't know, like I'm like more paranoid like about car accidents happening
Yeah.
or like leaving the house. I worry like what if it catches on fire? And it's like I don't know why. Like I've gotten kind of paranoid about stuff like that when it used to not be things that I really thought about as much. I don't know. How about you, Crystal?
The only one for me, like if I spill salt, I just saw where Teensy said spill salt. Like if I do spill salt, I will throw it over my shoulder. Um, I try not to break glass like a mirror or anything because of the 7 year bad luck. I believe in that. I have always heard if you kill a cricket, you get bad luck.
I
So
never
I
heard
try
that
to never
one.
kill them. Um, and then there's a couple of others, that I try not to, but Yep, don't pick a penny up, tails up, bad luck. And there was somebody that told me one time, if you find a penny heads up, it's good luck, pick it up. But if you find it tails up, pick it up, throw it, and maybe it'll land on heads and give somebody else good luck. So, knock on wood, yep. That's one thing my grandmother will do. She, like, if she'll say knock on wood, and then she'll actually find a piece of wood to knock on. All right, guys. So I think we're gonna wrap this up. I did not film my miscellaneous Monday. I'm gonna try to film a little bit of an update for the garden and post it later today.
Oreo.
As long as Tom don't look too bad, I'll film him too.
Yeah, baby.
Let's see. I have two small yarn, some yarn that I wanted to show y'all that I got in the mail that I ordered. And I'm still looking for people to go live with for the month of November. So if you're interested, send me an email, let me know. And I think that's technically it for now. So do you have any announcements you need to go over?
Basically, on November 15th, I'll be doing another finished projects video to get y'all pictures in. And then, of course, I have other picture videos that I'm going to be doing. And then, like what Crystal was just saying, I'm also looking for people to come live with me for the month of November. So if y'all interested, get with me. And I think that pretty much covers it. And of course, I want to thank Crystal for having me today.
You're very welcome. Thank you. All right, everyone. I hope y'all have a good Tuesday afternoon. And I will see y'all later with the video. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Be the light.